Good morning. Another day out on an early morning walk. Today, hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, on my quest for England. I am at Cissbury Ring. I wanted to come here early. Didn't really get up quite as early as I wanted. It's not quite 7 o'clock. It would have been lovely to have got here a bit earlier and seen the sun rise, or indeed heard the dawn chorus. I've driven up to Cissbury Ring from the road that goes up from Nepcote. I haven't cycled today. I was desperate to get here as quickly as I could before the world and his brother come with their dogs. And come with their dogs they do. I wanted as much of this space to be obviously free and open and away from people because of the COVID-19 lockdown. I'm going to climb up and walk around the Neolithic and Bronze Age hill fort. So first of all, we'll go through this kissing gate, which I notice cattle are grazing here, and hopefully we will continue to get some fantastic panoramas. So let's go. This is the hard bit now, climbing up the chalky hillside. And when I say hard, it's not really that bad. But if you've leapt out of bed, clambered in the car, driven a very short distance, and not had any breakfast, then yeah, it seems hard. Going past these trees here, looking through, we've got sycamore beech here, and then looking through the gaps. Anyway, we'll clamber up. I've got up onto one of the ramparts here, the higher rampart, and pretty much I do have this to myself, thank goodness. But there are the occasional dog walker dotted about, of course, and it's a very, very favourite spot. And I figured if I'm coming to Cissbury Ring, which is on my doorstep, I have to come early. I've been here several times and made videos, but in the past, not at this time, I don't think. And you don't get views like this quite the same at other times in the day. And because of the early morning rises of the sun, you do have to get up earlier, as I mentioned before. How about this? This tree is pretty iconic on the Cissbury Ring hill fort. And what is it? I think it's a beech tree. No, it's a maple. It's a maple. So, looking ahead, I meant to bring my other camera with the long lens and taken some lovely pictures. I will have to do this again, and I am kicking myself for not doing that. Up ahead, I don't know how much you can see, but we have low cloud and we have mist inside the combes in the distance, and it is absolutely stunning. You can see the benefit that the Neolithic people and the Bronze Age people, when they had a hill fort like this, living here, to their mental health, you know, waking up in the summer and the spring like we have, with the views they would have had, the sunrises, the birds and the nature all around them must have been just, you know, they would have known no different. They would have not known urbanisation with their little round houses and their little granaries to store the corn and wheat and whatever they grew at the time. But just an amazing thing to live like this. If I look this way, this is looking north. In the very distance, I don't know if you can see it again, I wish I'd brought my camera. There is Cissbury Ring, just the tops of the trees. I don't know at what point the two hill forts were contemporary, but you can imagine that the Cissbury Ring, which is about a mile to the north, must have been a bit of an outpost, because it would have looked down onto the Sussex Weald. You would have seen perhaps any enemies or problems coming your way. It was a great outpost. It would also, with the way that the hill forts were made and exposed in chalk, would have been a beacon to show other people, this is our place, thank you. And of course, for trade, people may well have arrived there first before coming to this very large hill fort. This is the northeast door approaching, and would have been an entrance in. So presumably the reason it's on the northeast is that would have been a track that would have headed over across the top ridge of the downs, and would have been a popular track rather than travelling below in the Weald as such. And now just up here through the gorse is the trig point, which is a very popular place for people to sort of get to, of course. And then you've got the whole oval shape of the hill fort, and on the other side, on the southern side, is where the Neolithic flint mines are. I'm not going to go over to those today. I just wanted to get up here on this bit and just soak in this atmosphere. It is just so stunning and so remarkable, and nature and the elements have that ability to just give you so much wow factor. Following this track here, we will come up to the gate, and although there is no wooden construction now, and where I'm walking would have been a whole load of palisades of whatever, oak probably, as it was prevalent everywhere, would have been up here to prevent people from coming in. Looking down here on the entrance, and beyond we have the conurbation of Worthing. In recent years, there have been horses or ponies, a bit like on the New Forest, grazing here in amongst all this very beautiful gorse. And I've just spotted some. I'm going to see if I can get close enough to them. Just through this tree, there's a number of horses now, or ponies, and they must be very used to people now, because this place, as I say, is a very popular resort. The horse's role, I think, is that of keeping the grass down a bit. There's one just here in front of me. I don't want to go too close behind them in case they get a bit nervous. Just going to come over very stealthily. There's a beautiful grey one and a sort of light brown one just here. The trouble with just the GoPro itself, it's a great camera for doing this sort of vlogging stuff, but absolutely rubbish for zooming in and getting better shots. I do regret not bringing my camera, as I said, but they are just magical animals. That was just awesome. Absolutely. You know, getting up in the morning and coming out and just having a look at the horses, getting out here, seeing all this wonderful nature, these trees. It's just stunning, and what a beautiful place. And to be able to have most of it to yourself has got to be an absolute bonus. You can hear, I don't know if you can hear on this microphone, the ground nesting birds and other birds that are waking up. To have got here much earlier and heard the dawn chorus, of course, would have been amazing. Just going to go through all this rather spectacular gorse, and I don't think they're forget-me-nots. I'm a great lover of gorse. I think it is just a wonderful plant. It's the yellow, that vibrant colour, the dark green and that vibrant yellow that just, I don't know, it makes me very aware of it, and it just looks amazing. Of course, it can tear at your clothes, so you do have to be a bit careful. Just trying to get back down to the ramparts. I've sort of wandered off. I think these are little horse trails through the gorse I'm following. And you can't help think that ancient man standing here keeping an eye out for boats, invaders, trade coming across the channel there, potentially. Of course, they must have had really good eyesight and used to scrutinizing the horizon. I think it's lovely to come back to familiar places at different times of the year, because you see the landscape is familiar and you know it, but it changes with the seasons, and we have this very vibrant spring. We had such a wet winter and such a sunny spring. I think it's everything's really early and just absolutely delightful. Well, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, become a patron, support what I do. I'll try and keep bringing you more of these videos and getting out and about. And take care, look after yourselves. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.